What's up, YouTube? This is Buckshot33, aka Boston Chris, back with a brand new video. It's been a little bit of a break I've been taking just because of, baby and all. I'm really enjoying being a new father and being a new dad. Just getting to know my baby and everything like that. So it's really, really cool. Unfortunately, with that comes a little bit of a, lull in some time to do some videos. But I have been able to get out to the shops. Today's New Comic Book Day, even though I didn't get out to my shop today. I just didn't have time. But I have been able to get to the shops, and I figured that because Free Comic Book Day is this Saturday, why not wait until Saturday? I know it's going to be busy and jam-packed, and I'm not expecting to find anything spectacular, but just to pick up my books that I would have on Wednesday. But with that in mind, I haven't done a video in a little bit, so I wanted to go ahead and just get this going and show you some of the stuff I've been picking up for the past 2 weeks in order to just kind of catch up with what I've been picking up and just catch everybody up with what's going on. So we're going to start off with the books that came out 2 weeks ago. So with those, we have, first and foremost, Batman number 21. So this is the start of the Button storyline. The Watchmen Button. Really cool read. Actually, this is a very quick and fast one. Not tons of dialogue in this. Just a lot of really cool action pictures and stuff like that. Little bit of a surprise ending, even though it's about the Watchmen. Pretty cool stuff in this side of this book. And I also was able to score the Lentacular, so I can sit there and go from Flash to Batman. Flash. Oh, Batman. Can't really manage to get them both, but you see how it is, Flash. Doot, 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 doot. Pretty cool. This is one of the gimmicky type things they used to do back in the day to get you to, pay $8 for a book or whatever it was, and $5 and stuff like that on a regular basis. So glad to see that the 90s are alive and well in 2017, right? Next up, we have a book that I'm sure a lot of people picked up. Secret Empire Zero. Overall, the story was alright. I didn't have a problem with the story, and I know it's a setup for the actual, bigger event that came out actually today, so I need to, go ahead and get that. What I can say is that in the beginning of this book, the art is incredible when they're doing the flashback scene to when he is first kind of, realizing that, when he's first meeting up with some of the Hydra higher-ups that he's, come accustomed to and everything. The art is really, really good in that flashback, and then when they get into the main story, the art really takes a dive. It's just not that good. I know that, I think it's Steve McNiven is doing this series, so, the art should definitely take a step up, but for the time being, in this book, wasn't that great. Next up, we have Plastic. This is one of the April Fool's covers. This is an homage to the Spider-Man wedding. I think it was an annual at the time, but Spider-Man wedding issue. So, pretty cool. Figured I'd pick it up, check out this number one. A little bit different of a type of story, but not too bad. Is it something I'll keep going on? I'm maybe give it a couple more issues just to see. We'll see. I don't know. Next, we got a book that I was a little bit late to the party getting. This is still a first print, which is awesome. But I know a lot of people were really just taken back by this and really blown away by it at the time, and everybody was trying to get it left and right. And that is X-O Manowar number 1. The art in this is really, really good. I know that they've done this big turnaround. They got a big, new, owner of the company who's just tossing money in, getting some really nice artists. This is really, really nice art inside this book. I was actually surprised because I know Valiant from back in the day. I have Valiant back in the day, and some of the art wasn't the greatest. The stories were kind of, all over the place. And, because I didn't start off in the beginning, it was just kind of hard to stick around with. But, back in the day, those books are kind of regrettably big. Oh, Valiant, okay. Those are kind of the throwaway books that no one really cared about. But you know, this is pretty cool. So I hope they are able to make a splash and, you know, continue going forward. You know, making good stuff and kind of be viable in the market. Just because, you know, it's always good to have extra competition. That way, you know, Marvel, DC, and even Image, who's kind of like a third party in the whole, you know, grand scheme of things, they don't get complacent and start getting lazy and making crap. So, you know, it might be a little bit too late in that regard, but, you know, at least this way they know there's competition out there. They're going to go ahead and see if they can, you know, make it better or something. Next up, we got a book, and this was Allie's pick of the week, my daughter. So every week my daughter will do a pick, and so this is her pick of the week 2 weeks ago, and that is the April Fool's variant cover of Invincible. So it's Gwynvincible, so it's supposed to be kind of a play on Gwenpool, aka or Gwenpool, and also the what's it called, Spider-Gwen. I know how everybody was like, you know, kind of into that when she first came out, big deal. So pretty cool, and I know they had like the covers for you know, Gwen Stacy all over the place, like she was in all these different things. But I thought this was really cool. I was able to pick it up for $1 over the actual price, so I'm happy about that. Allie was just like, you know what, get this book, so I picked it up. Because in her less than a month old, you know, we get Mind Connection. She knows what I'm talking. You know, she lets me know. No, I'm just joking. But then that brings me to this week's books, and let me go ahead and grab those. So yeah, this week's books that we got. Sorry, not this week's, but last week's books. Sorry. And so to start that one off, we have I Hate Fairyland. I love this cover. This is such a really, really just well done cover. I saw the April Fool variant, and I didn't want. I saw this one. I was like, you know what, this is cool, because, you know, I'm a big fan of you know, just like samurai movies like Samurai Showdown. Samurai, Seven Samurai, Last Samurai, Shogun Assassin, all those type of things. Like, I love those movies. So like this, as soon as I saw it, I was like, this reminds me of Lone Wolf and Cub, aka Shogun Assassin. I was like, I'm getting this. So definitely cool story, and just a really, really good read. Next we got Green Lanterns number 21. You know, another series that I really enjoy from DC. You know, they have done a really good job with that, and I need to keep up with it just to kind of make sure that I'm on the up and up with it all. Just because really, really good story, and you know, I'm not quite sure if they're going to do a big crossover to join everything up, but you know, really enjoyable watching these two lanterns kind of struggle with their own, I guess, their own flaws in trying to be heroes. So pretty cool story, and it's good to see the development of two new characters in such a big, wide open thing such as the Green Lantern Corps. But moving on, we have. So this is part 2 of the button. This is Flash number 22, no 21. So this is part 2. This one was a lot more wordy, a lot more reading, you know, going on. This was more to it, but it was a good read. You know, moved the story along. I know that they're kind of pushing back. I think it's is it Batman 22? It's either Batman or Flash 22. They kind of like have the story all be continuity-wise, like work together. So I think it's gonna be delayed another week or 2 weeks for the I think the second Flash. I'm not quite sure, but definitely be picking that up. So next up we got Batgirl number 10, and this is the, I guess this is when Penguin's son, I think, gets his like villain name or whatever. So he becomes an actual villain in this book. So pretty cool stuff. And I really like this cover. You know, this was the variant cover, and really nicely done. So I was like, you know what, I'm picking up this one. Next, we have, of course, my boy. This is one of my favorite characters, Thanos. This is Thanos number 6. This is the end of the limited series, which is kind of bittersweet because it's a great book, really good read as far as like Marvel was concerned. So awesome book to pick up. You know, definitely give it a read. And if you can't tell from this, so there's a lot going on with the Phoenix Force. It's kind of back and surrounding things. So you know, this has to do with that. You might have seen it in Thor, the Jane Foster book. you know, where the Shi'ar and them are having some issues and everything. But, you know, Phoenix Force is back, and I want to say that I know, like, Thanos is tied into that. Thor's tied into it as well. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see what they do with it, you know, moving forward. Next, we have Old Man Logan. This is the this is number 22. This is the Greg Land variant. This is the past lives. So they're going kind of into the, even though it's X-23 here, you know, they're kind of going into just all the different costumes and stuff that he had, you know, just telling different parts of his origin, kind of, I guess, trying to link Old Man Logan in with, you know, regular Logan, you know, the Wolverine that we all come to know and love. And, you know, so I haven't read that one yet. I'm going to have to go ahead and check it out and see how it is. And so, this last week, or this past week, I picked up 2 books. One that I had seen speculation was like, you know what, I'm going to check this out. Can't wait to see it. And that is Namwolf #1. Really, really cool book. You know, definitely over the top with horror and stuff like that. Pretty cool stuff. You know, mature readers, you know, gets violent and everything like that, but good book to pick up. If you can find it, go get it. If you can find the variant, go grab that as well. But really cool read, really, you know, cool series, put out by Albatross. And last but not least, this was my alley pick of the week because we went to the shop last week and checked it out, and I was like, you know what? I was like, what are you looking at over there? And she's, you know, showed me. She was like, hey, check out this variant. So the Miss Marvel 17. This is the kind of the X-23 variant. Really like the way this cover looked. If you watch JLS Comics show, he was talking about that, saying how much he liked it and everything like that. So when you know, when Allie saw it in the store, I was like, you know what? I like the way you think, so I'm gonna pick it up. So I picked that one up. And this is kind of a new thing that I've been doing, and it's not something I'm going to do every single week. But every once in a while, when I get a chance to pick up a good back issue, I will do so. And so I always say that on as the closing moments of JLS's live show, if there's any sort of like late week or something where I'm not buying a lot of books, I'm like, yeah, you know, pick up at least one back issue. That's always just kind of a good rule, thumb, just to make sure you have, you know, good new stuff. So I picked up a back issue, and it actually helped me out a lot because this ties into a series that I've been trying to collect and complete. And this is the first appearance on top of all of it, so really happy about this. And that is Secret Wars #7. So this is the first appearance of this chick right here, Julie Carpenter, Spider-Woman. And, you know, she appeared for the first time in this book in this series. She ends up becoming... I guess, love interest of Tony Stark and part of the Avengers West Coast. So pretty cool book to have, pretty cool book to pick up. So I'm happy that I was able to grab that. You know, it's always good to have first appearances. And, you know, that's my one back issue I was able to grab and, you know, kind of round out my shop visits for the last 2 weeks. So I want to thank everybody for watching and for, you know, being patient with me while, you know, as I'm kind of transitioning and getting everything together. I will be going ahead and you know, trying to get some books on this Saturday for Free Comic Book Day, as well as picking up my regular pull, and try to also see Guardians of the Galaxy. I may give a review, I may not. I'm not quite sure if I'm going to do something like that, but this weekend, a lot of different stuff going on, so make sure that you get to your local shop. Check out Free Comic Book Day this Saturday. Also, if you can get to the movies, go see Guardians of the Galaxy. It's going to be a good one. And if you have some time after you've gone ahead and, you know, picked up your books on Saturday for Free Comic Book Day and, you know, seeing Guardians of the Galaxy at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, come on down and check out on Undisputed Frost channel, The Perfect Plex. That's our wrestling show that we do. It's myself, Greg Hodor, Maki316 when he's in the house. Also, Frank, Punisher 88. And, of course, the host with the most, Undisputed Frost. So come check us out. We're going to be talking about, you know, everything going on with wrestling. If you're a wrestling fan, check us out. We'll be able to do the show for you. It's from 9 p.m. Eastern Time to 10 p.m. Eastern Time. So 1 hour filled with wrestling knowledge, news, and, you know, just, you know, different stuff that's going on. So come check us out. that's been my haul. Thank you very much for watching. I will have a new video, hopefully by the end of the weekend, showing all the new stuff I got from this week. But I want to thank you for watching. Again, this has been Buckshot33, aka Boston Chris. I'm out. Everybody have a great weekend. Have a great week. Have a great rest of your week and a great weekend. And see you when I see you.